Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing my videos, this is the diaspora one where I talk about everything Finland, studying in Finland, living in Finland, generally life in Finland. So if this is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also hit the bell icon so that you would always get notifications when I post new videos. So if you are still watching to this extent, chances are that you applied to study in the University of Applied Sciences and you are participating in the second phase of the entrance exam, or perhaps you have the intention to study in Finland. Whatever the case may be, this video is for you. I'm going to give you tips and tricks on how to pass this second phase of the entrance exam. If you are still interested, then let's get right into the video. Before I start, I would like to say that I am only going to concentrate on the group discussion part of this second phase because I've already talked about the essay in my previous video. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave the link here or perhaps here. So just click on the link and check it out. But for the purpose of this video, I'm concentrating on the group discussion. You already know how the exam is going to be. It's going to be conducted in Zoom. And for the most of the part, it's 4 students in a group. So that means that the supervisor, first of all, will put you in your individual groups and check your identity card to make sure that the identity card you present is the same with the one you submitted during the application period, and also that the face in the identity card is actually your face. So after that phase, they will now merge you into a group of 4 and of course give you your topic of discussion, and they are not going to participate in the discussion or moderate your discussion. You are going to be independent, and this discussion is going to last for 15 minutes. So the first tip I'm going to give you is that once you glance through the topic, so if you have a minute or less and you know the topic, you can already jot down important points that you want to talk about so that you don't run out of, points. But let's assume that you don't know anything about the topic. You still don't have to start panicking, because then when the discussion already starts, by the time you hear 1 or 2 people talk about it, you can get your point from there and then participate in the discussion. So that is the tip number 1, to jot down your points or then get the points from your group and give your own opinion. The second tip I'm going to give you is timing. So the discussion is just for 15 minutes and you are 4 in a group. Just in your mind, divide it that, okay, if you talk for 3 minutes, so that you can give other people opportunity to also express themselves. You are not allowed to dominate the conversation because that's not a good sign. So let's give everybody equal opportunity to express their points as much as you can. And that doesn't mean that once you start talking, you talk for 3 minutes. But you can, once in a while, time yourself that you are not talking too much. And once you have the opportunity to talk, always start with your strongest points, because that might be the only opportunity you have to express yourself, so that you would have brought something reasonable to the table before the time runs out. So I'm calculating it like if you talk 3 minutes and everybody talks 3 minutes each, that is 12 minutes, and you have 3 minutes left for the introduction and for the conclusion. That's just the way I have calculated it. So the third tip I'm going to give you is about opening of the group discussion. So like I told you before, the supervisor is not going to participate in it. So the group of students have to, run it themselves. Let's say that you are familiar with the topic, then it will be a good idea for you to start up the discussion. And if you start it well, then it's going to give you a good point. But if you don't know the topic, then it's better that you don't start the discussion, because then how you start it determines how it goes. If you start it very poorly, it will affect the rest of the discussion. It could make it boring, and that would automatically give you a low point. So only start up the discussion when you are familiar with the topic. Also make sure that you know how to present the topic so that you can present it, perhaps give a point and then give other people opportunity to talk. kind of moderate the discussion. So the fourth tip is composure. Don't panic, because if you come up as you're panicking, so that means it's difficult for you to be in a group or to speak in a group. And don't keep quiet, because that will not come up well, because the reason is to test you and your ability to study in the University of Applied Sciences. So you need to be bold, be able to make contributions in a group, be able to work in a team, and be able to assume leadership positions when necessary. Because, for example, if you're studying a nurse, all your jobs are mostly teamwork. So you need to be able to, work boldly with a team, interact in a decent manner, and also assume leadership position when needed. So for that reason, you don't need to remain quiet. Your body language needs to show that you're actually participating well. If someone is talking, look the person straight to the eyes and try to understand what they are saying. Don't use the time. Always listen. That's also, a good quality. You need to listen to what others are saying so that it's easier for you to present your point. So there is no reason to be thinking of what you will say when others are talking, because then you are missing the point. But just listen and then present your point. When someone is talking, listen. If you agree with them, you can just nod your head. Just show that you're participating. Spice up the discussion. The time is so short. Do all you can to give yourself a really good score. So the last tip I'm going to give you is the ending. Like I explained to you before, you can be the timekeeper. For example, let's say that it's already 3 minutes to the end of 15 minutes. You can be the one to summarize the topic. Give everybody opportunity to, give their own summary in 30 seconds perhaps. And at the end, you can also end it up with the conclusion of the group. For example, let's say that the question is globalization is the reason for the spread of COVID-19 virus. So you need to say what the group agreed. For example, of course, some people will agree and some people will disagree. So in summary, you can say that the majority of the participants agreed that globalization contributed to the spread of COVID-19. If you end the discussion well, that would also take you a long way. So guys, that's where I'm going to end it today, and hopefully my comment section will be filled with your messages telling me that you have passed the exam. I wish you all the best. If you have watched till the end of this video, don't forget to subscribe. Remember, I bring you information of everything in Finland, so subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.